Hi, in this video of ASP.NET we will discuss about the ASP.NET objects. Basically, ASP.NET offers some predefined objects which we can use during the client-server communication of ASP.NET websites. So here you can find that we have 7 objects, that is the application, object, ASPError, object context, request, response, server and session. So accordingly, we can just go for a particular object and can use its functionality. Like the first one is the application object, which is actually used for providing the data storage on the server side, and whatever data we will store under application object, that will be common for all the sessions and all the clients. So you can see it's a data repository for ASP.NET application for storing the common data for all the users and sessions. Similarly, there is ASPError object, which we will use for the error handling. So whenever there is some error things, we will go through this ASPError object. So it's used to obtain the information about the error condition in the ASP.NET pages. Whenever there is an exception in the global.asx file, you can simply call server.getLastError on any particular page. If the error is going through, you can call server, which is server object method, which we'll discuss later, .getLastError. So this method will give you the detail of the last error occurred, and this is nothing but the ASPError object. Alright, so it will return you an object, the server object, method getLastError, and the return type of this method will be an ASPError, and then later using that ASPError object we can actually handle the error during the execution. It is a read-only property, means the object contains the read-only properties. For example, if there is any HTTP exception has taken place, then we cannot change the detail of that particular exception or error. So whichever error is taken place, we will just have to work with those only. So this is the set of some read-only properties. Now next one is the object context object. So this object context is basically associated with some business objects related things, means whenever you are working with some transactional ASP scripts. So meanwhile we are working with this particular concept, we will be referring to this particular object for referring to the current transaction. Means on the server side, any component who supports the transaction that can refer to this particular object for getting the information of the current transaction. So basically this particular object will be used for the transactional purpose. Now next one is the request object. So whenever a client will make a request, it will generate a request object, and using this particular request object you can get the details of whatever the data has been sent from the client. For example, the browser on which he is working, along with for which particular page it is making the request, what is the user ID, what is session ID he is working with. So all the request related things will be coming to the client using this request object. Now next is the response. After getting the request, we will do the response. Alright. So whenever while giving the response, we will use the response object. Like for printing a message as a response, we will use response.write. If a client is making a request for some other page, in the response I will say response.redirect, and I will redirect it to some other page. So for giving the responses on this from the server side, we will use the response object of ASP.NET. Next one is the session. So basically this session object will be used for storing the user specific data on the server side. As in the first, we have already covered the application where we were storing the data on the server side, but that was a common data for all the users and sessions. Here in session object, we will store the user specific data on the server side. Later, whenever a user wants, he can retrieve that, making a request. And the last one is the server object. As in the ASPError, you have already seen the server.getLastError method. So basically whenever I want to get some information from the server directly, means server specific data will be requested from this server object. is used to access methods and properties on the server. Most of these methods and properties serve as a utility function. That means, as you have already seen in the ASPError, we had the getLastError method. So that was giving us the error description. Similarly, if internally I want to redirect a user from one page to another, even if the user has not made a request for that particular page, then we can also do that particular thing using the server.transfer, server.execute methods. So this server method similarly has few utility functions that will give you the functionality from the server side directly. So these are few ASP.NET objects that we will use during the implementation of ASP.NET code in the coming concepts.